Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves.
Tad.
Aww.
I don't share that love.
Boo, get out.
Talk into your microphone, Tad. Damn it.
And collecting toys. We're here to celebrate how those little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time.
You left a pause.
I did, I assume.
You should have just kept going. You had.
If this is your first time watching or listening to the show, oh boy, you're in for a good one. Maybe this doesn't represent, I don't know. We appreciate you being here. We just want to let you know that we're not necessarily toy experts. We're just toy enthusiasts. So we're going to
Speak for yourself.
get things wrong. Tad, of course.
Tad is a toy expert.
We brought in the toy expert, so that's why he's here. But so let's introduce everybody. Let's get to meet the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. Up first, on lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Kenny.
I'm Nick Cage.
On lead guitar.
No, sorry.
And rhythm vocal.
Yes.
Rhythm vocal there. It's
Thank you. Finally.
He's our master of the universe. He's the quiet one. It's Elgin Arney.
What's up, guys? This is not Nick Cage, but maybe should be.
Yeah, should be. I wish he was in our band.
Be sweet.
Up next on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spoody.
Hey.
Hey, buddy. And I'm Jason, and I play drums, and I like Transformers, and it's awesome being here with these turds. But guess what? If you're watching at home, you see that he's here. We've mentioned him before, and he's been on the show. He's come back only because we're here invading his toy room.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Tad, for having us. This is Tad good.
Hey.
Good.
Of course, like when you said, I'm here, I'm like, well, no, you're here. I live here.
That's
so
true, yeah, well, I
I'm
got
here
that
all the
backwards.
time. This is basically where I'm
This
at.
is my fucking house.
Yeah.
Get out.
Hey, guys.
Well, hey, Tad.
Oh, hey.
If
Didn't
the
see you there.
if people haven't met Tad before, Tad, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do
I do a lot of things.
and who you are and why people should care.
Oh, no one should care at all
come
about
on.
any of this stuff. But,
Moving on.
I'm a toy collector, and I podcast with Jason here on Attack of the Killer podcast. And I have my own podcast, First Time Podcast, and have a film festival called the Snake Alley Festival Film. Is there anything I missed?
Gosh,
I think that's everything.
Tell us more about what have you been collecting lately? I mean, we're gonna get into Thrill the Hunt.
I'll say
but
if you
what's your if they're like, what kind of toy guy is Tad?
If you're watching the video, you can tell, but anything based on movies, specifically horror movies, but mostly 7-inch scale, ultimate action figures. But I don't just do horror, but probably genre films, mostly everything movie based.
I'm seeing some Marty and Doc back here. And
Right.
Some
I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at the video, like you're gonna just see half naked dudes with boxing gloves.
Yeah.
No, this isn't the best angle of the room necessarily, but
That's
it has
okay.
the chairs.
Yeah,
they're very comfortable.
We'll take some pics if he lets us. And
but movie based basically. I don't think there's
Yeah.
much in here that's not toys that aren't based on film or TV in some way.
yeah, cool. We got a pretty fun episode topic for you today. This one is called Collecting Inspiration. Does seeing someone else's passion for a toy line inspire you to start collecting that line? That's an interesting question. I think it was our pal Jake Book that came up with that one. We're going to see him on this tour at some point.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Be way better than this.
Come on now.
You can sleep in a van.
I will.
We're also going to visit a toy store later.
Yes.
All right, cool. We love toy store. We're going to
Found
visit a
one.
lot of toy stores later. because we're on tour with our
We're
band.
on tour.
Say, what
We're
time does
hunting.
B-Town Comics open?
I need to look that up before we go to bed tonight. You can also follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod, and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and now Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. Definitely check out our Patreon page if you like what we're doing here and you want to be able to support us. That'd be amazing. There's some fun little tiers, and it's all the rage. All the kids are doing it.
Yep.
So
All the cool kids, anyway.
yeah,
We should also plug the YouTube page here and say, go check out the YouTube page because
it was in my thing.
was it okay?
Yeah, but we're skipping.
Well,
now,
extra plug it because there's a lot of good videos on there.
now
Elgin-
there's good videos
Elgin's
on
got
there.
like
Corey puts
7,000
two
videos.
on. It's like, no, it's YouTube.
My shit is just beating on stuff with hammers, but Elgin posts real content.
Yeah, man.
look
If
at
there's a cool social media platform, we are on it. And
TikTok?
Yep.
Oh,
Heck
yeah.
we are.
Yeah, we have like
are.
2 TikToks.
No, we got like 3.
Okay.
You have ticks and talks.
Exactly.
And all those things can be found at cracktasticplastic.com. While you're out there on the interwebs, be sure to stop by our sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have a really cool armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys. They got cool backdrops and diorama stuff, and it's a great place. And they're always updating and getting stickers for the newest and coolest toys. And that's toyhacks.com. But right now,
And the old toys.
let's talk about what we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, well, let's get this party started. Corey Canny,
Hey,
what all
am
have
I
you
doing?
found on tour so far?
ask me what I found on the internet. I have found exactly nothing on tour.
So
I mean,
this
I've
is
found
day
stuff.
one of
This is
tour,
day one.
and he's got a plan. Maybe,
My plan. Do I have a plan?
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
you announced it.
I
when
do
you
have
got
a plan.
in the
Yeah,
van.
no. Well, like I'm not really. There's nothing in the big boxes right now that I really care about that's not Lego related, and the Lego stuff I can get anytime. So I'm not really hunting Legos because I can go to my Walmart and buy Legos. My plan is to. There's not a whole lot I need right now. There's a few figures I'm looking for, and there's the His 3 Cobra tank that I'm looking, or His 2, Cobra tank that I'm looking for.
Whoa.
And it has been eluding me for several years now, finding a good deal on one. So I'm on the hunt for that. Other than that, I'm on the hunt for a few figures. I'm trying to see how well I can do, like stay within a particular budget. It's more of a challenge than
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's
of
more
that.
of a challenge than a necessity because I'm rich.
Right.
I mean,
independently.
I'm 45 and I'm retired. So what else am I going to do besides blow my millions and millions of minutes of free time on toys? And so that's my plan, is to try and stick to a budget that I've set for myself and see how well I can do with that budget, like how good of deals I can make, and see how much stuff I can bring back for my tiny little budget that I have set for myself. I mean, let's be okay. When I say tiny little budget, it's like 10,000 ish.
Is that pesos or yen?
I spent it all on beer already.
Yeah. So what
yeah,
he's
that's my
trying to
plan.
say is he doesn't have any toys for this episode.
I mean,
Stay
I've got
tuned.
toys with me. I've got my little buddies that I brought with me as my travel companions in my handy dandy little belt pack. I've got a Cobra Trooper, and you can't see it from there very well, but I've got a Cobra Trooper. I've got the fridge, and I've got the Sonic Fighters Tunnel Rat in there, and that's as close as it's going to get. I could throw it at the camera, but I don't want to hit the big TV that's behind it.
Very nice.
I'm done talking.
No, and I look forward to in the next 10 days.
I'm excited about it actually. Like I'm excited
Just
to like.
see how well you stick to that plan.
Well,
when you
and,
find
I
cool
mean,
toys in these stores.
We've said it a million times, and I've said it a million times that like I am all about the haggle.
Yeah,
I love the haggle, and so I'm excited to.
it's
I'm
a thing
excited.
of beauty.
Like, and it's
Something to behold.
just as it. I like making a good deal, but it also almost feels just as good to me to just walk away.
right.
Like not make
Right.
that deal. Like, all right, well, never mind.
In
See you
your
later.
face.
Yeah. Like I don't need you. You need me.
All right, Elgin, I know you got some goodies.
Yeah, I brought some stuff just in case I couldn't find anything on day one. So, one of
But
the
stay
things is,
tuned.
a couple weeks ago, I went down to Kansas City for a family vacation and went to a couple toy stores down there that we've mentioned on the show. One of them was Back in Time Comics and Toys, and I found this vintage Ninjor.
He's cool.
Vintage?
Yep,
Isn't he like $1 million?
he was only $20.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
He had his bow with him too. I didn't bring it with it because I didn't want to lose
And
it.
what's he usually going for?
Well, if it's complete, it's about $200 to $300.
That's
I have his sword. I bought it in Chicago on last time we were on tour.
I remember
Yep,
that. I remember
yep.
like,
And
oh, it's Ninjor's sword.
Yeah.
I don't have him, but
Yeah,
I'll get his
I'll
sword.
buy it. Why not? It was loose.
I
so-
might get him someday when I have lots of money.
Yeah.
For $20.
Yep. And it came. Yeah. So it came with his bow that he comes with. The only thing he's missing now is the nunchucks that come with it.
So would
and,
it be
and then his little garb that he puts on.
would it be safe to say that that's like without his accessories that would normally be what, like $75, $80 for a Ninja?
Should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
It's the money's always in the accessories.
Oh
but-
yeah. Yeah.
But I know he's a later figure.
Yeah. I think he's 86.
And he looks in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they had
Not a
another.
whole lot
They had
of
another
paint
one
loss and-
in worse condition for probably it was missing something else and for the same price basically. So I was like, let's get this.
Yeah,
one.
that's awesome.
It does have that action feature where his
Hiya!
karate chops,
Boing,
and then there's other that.
boing, boing.
But yeah, he has like a black like a cape type thing that goes like a face mask and then is
Yeah.
over his chest as well. That's like a fabric piece. But yeah,
And then weird feet.
Yeah, I want to see it.
that's the feet are that's the standard
Skeletor feet.
standard evil warrior feet.
Yeah.
Not human feet.
Yeah. Also went to a different toy store there in Kansas City called Brothers Toys. I think Eddie mentioned it one time when he was down there. And got this Masterverse Trapjaw. I didn't bring his other Colt clothes with him that he has, but he has all the other accessories. Just put that anyway. But yeah, they had it in the box, which I'm glad I bought it there because they didn't have it at Target anywhere.
Yeah.
And this is basically a Target exclusive.
Did you get him for pretty close to retail?
I think I bought it for $36, and they're like 30 at 30-ish around.
So that's not horrible, especially
Yeah.
for not being able to find him anywhere.
yeah, he was. We went to 2 other Targets and got skunked there. So, but yeah, that's him.
He's
Like
pretty
I said,
cool.
he's got his Colt clothes too, like Triclops, the Colt of Motherboard.
I am. Yeah, these figures are like. Jason
Pretty
said
awesome.
it earlier today at Target, but like Motu is really doing it right. Like these figures are awesome.
The Masterverse stuff is just awesome. Like it's so articulated and just has so many great accessories and everything.
But even the stuff that's coming out for the little kid lines, they're
Oh, yeah.
still they still look good.
Yeah. And then I went to Target here in Burlington,
Yay.
and Jason found this.
Because I'm tall.
Because he's tall, taller than me. The Terraclaw Skeletor from the Origins line. It was sitting on top of a bunch of Funko Pops, like laying down
In the wrong space.
In the wrong spot.
place, yeah.
That's where you find all the good stuff.
Yeah.
When it's not supposed to be.
Yep.
Somebody is hiding it for later.
Yeah, or some little kid was carrying it around and his dad was like, "No."
Like you've been bad. Put this back on. Yeah. But I have the Flying Fists He-Man. So this is the other part of it. And then I have all the other figures on that wave as well. The Jitsu, Late Night Stratos, Sorceress, and Buzz Off.
Yeah,
And I'll do a video. I'll
I'll
do a video of that. Yeah, later on. It'll be in line with all the rest of the other stuff I need to open and do boxing videos for.
Swings with fearsome fury.
Yeah, so this is the first. Those two figures, the Flying Fist He-Man and this one, are the first one to actually have action features. Most of the Origins do not have an action feature.
Right.
This one, you can actually move him, and when you spin him, his arms will go up and down like that. So you can attach the claws, and he'll claw your face off, I guess.
That's pretty rad.
Oh, and then the art on the back you showed us.
Yeah, so
freaking
the other
awesome.
Flying Fist He-Man is the other part of that artwork, and it connects on the other side and makes a full art piece across with
Which is pretty cool.
the Eternian Tower in there.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest draws for this stuff is the artwork on the
yeah.
packaging. It
Yeah.
all looks so good.
And it looks like it's the same comic book, Under Siege, not the Steven Seagal film.
Darn it.
Yeah, basically all the waves, like all these figures on the back, they'll have all the same comic book, which is kind of lame.
That
But
is lame.
That's like the cheapest thing you think that they can manufacture, like way cheaper
Yeah.
than the toy. So
yeah,
at least make that.
the vintage one, each figure had a different comic book. This one, they're like, oh, wave one, let's mass produce the same comic book. So I have like 4 or 5 or 6 of the same comic, which is dumb, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I
Awesome.
got.
All right, let's go to our guest, Tad. What have you picked up lately?
Well, I've posted in the Cracktastic Plastic group that NECA's been doing every Friday for the last 3 weeks,
Yep.
what they call Holathon. And I was pretty lucky. I went out like 3 days before they were supposed to put out the first Holathon, and I found the whole end cap of everything. They must have just
always get that lucky.
been there. So I got 4 new Ultimate action figures from NECA. I got Griff Tannen from Back to the Future Part 2.
That's awesome.
He's really cool. He comes with his
Yeah.
his skateboard and hoverboard and alternate
dumb
head.
helmet and-
Yeah. And he has an angry face and a less angry, like stink face.
Yeah.
But the sculpts on this line are just killer, and Griff is huge, so he's like nice and bulky.
That's cool.
And he'll get opened. He's, I just wanted to. I love the boxes on these Ultimates. I also got my, I think, second NECA monster. I have a hard time keeping track, but I've told myself I'm sticking to the black and white line. So this is Lon Chaney, Ultimate Wolfman Grayscale, which is really cool because it comes with the Lon Chaney head, which is the first.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I think that sculpt is really beautiful, and I love the grayscale look. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and the old original movie poster art on the box is really cool. And they even added like fog to the packaging, which is cool on the bottom, so he looks.
Oh yeah.
And he has alternate, wolf hands and feet, or human hands and feet, so you can switch those out.
Sweet.
So you can sort of, of course, that's a way to sell 2 of them, and you can get a color version too. So, people keep one human and one wolf.
This might be one of the creepier toys I've ever seen. This like the grayscale especially, like it's just a creepy looking figure.
But yeah, I think they nailed the Lon Chaney.
Yeah, it looks
and that's one
great.
thing that like a lot of the companies,
Oh wow.
you don't have to pay the likeness rights if you just do him as a wolf. But if you
Right.
get that, you have to pay Lon Chaney's family. So
Right.
I can understand. They're like the first ones to do that. Then I got the Ultimate Ash from Evil Dead 40th anniversary. So
Awesome.
another sort of movie that eluded licensing for a long time is always Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness. So, but this year it seems like between Funko and NECA and everybody, someone finally found how to get the rights. So it's a young Ash, which I have
little
on my
baby
shelf.
boy.
I have 8 Ashes over there, but not one from Evil Dead. So he has 3 heads with him. Lantern, tape recorder, sets of hands, axe, boomstick, all kinds of great accessories.
Everything.
Yeah. And I mean, the box art on that one is probably the coolest just because it's old VHS cover with the horror sticker like you would get at the rental place.
The fog effect on the plastic.
It looks
on
really
this
cool.
Makes it look 10 times cooler.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just little simple things like
Yeah.
that you wouldn't think about. But So I saw someone was like, I think my box is something's wrong with the box. I'm like, yeah, I'll trade you.
Yeah, they made it
Plastic's
awesome.
all hazy. What's wrong with
Yeah.
it?
And then the final thing I got was not part of Holothon, but something I've been looking forever for. And he finally popped up in our Target, and it's another goddamn Michael Myers. I mean, I'm looking at
Can't count
you
that
can't see
high.
him in the camera, but I have like 9 Michael Myers on a shelf over there. And the only difference is this one has a singed mask. And NECA really stretches these as ultimates because Michael Myers has like a knife. He doesn't. So they put 2 heads, and I guess one has blacked out eyes and one you can sort of see the eyes, but they look exactly the same to me. But he does have one of those cool firefighter tools. I don't know what the halogen. What are they called? Do you know?
What now?
They're like the firefighter tool that they use to
It's
like.
got like the big spear thing with
Yeah.
the hook, and they use it to like tear roofs off.
Right,
and stuff.
it has a name. It's like named Hardigans or something after
Carl or
some guy's name. But it does have a Halloween 3 mask too that he is. If you've seen the movie, and it has a fluorescent bulb again if you've seen the movie. But you know they changed just enough for me to warrant buying another one. And Michael Myers is sort of my dude, so anytime they put out a new one, I'm gonna snag it. They just dropped a Halloween 2 2-pack with Dr. Loomis and Halloween 2 Michael Myers with a new head sculpt, so I got to grab him too.
I swear the last time you were on the show, you're like, I don't do variants.
Well, that's not a variant.
do-
That's a
I
whole
don't
different
complete-
a whole different movie. Halloween Kills, a sequel.
Got you
Yeah.
there. Got you there.
This is cool though. Yeah, this is.
I mean, but I recognize. I mean, it was a stretch to make the Halloween 2018 an ultimate, and now they're really stretching it again. But
They
that's
did a
cool
really-
accessories.
They did a really good job with the blood on those accessories. A lot of times that stuff just doesn't. It just looks
Yeah.
dumb. But that they did a really good job on that. It's very cool.
And of course, they can, like I said, I think just retool the body,
Yeah.
and reuse it from the previous figure. But I'll keep buying them.
Heck yeah.
And, I'll open everything up. I just kept the boxes because I knew you guys were going to come over record. So
Right on. Right on.
Do you keep the boxes?
I
or
do. Look in that
trash?
corner.
Oh,
They're stacked to the ceiling,
Yeah,
literally.
The blood looks great on the knife and stuff.
Yeah, it does. It
The
looks
little
really good.
fluorescent bulb looks cool, too. It looks pretty realistic.
I think I missed the fluorescent bulb. I was
Yes,
too
yeah,
focused
we
on the skull mask and the knife.
Yeah, and the skull mask I took out, and it's actually like rubbery and hollow. So it's
cool.
not like a solid head. It's like
Yeah.
actually like a little mask you could almost slip over something. So it's
That's
a nice
pretty
little
cool.
Halloween 3 reference in the movie, but cool little accessory. And I like their window boxes. They're collector friendly if you do want to keep them in the package.
Yeah, that halogen bulb, that fluorescent bulb looks awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
really
seen
cool.
Halloween Kills?
No.
The fluorescent bulb kill is brutal.
I'm gonna. Yeah, it's on my list of watch this. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
So
I haven't
yeah.
seen any of the most recent Halloween stuff.
So yeah, that's a portion of what I've gotten recently.
It's a little start. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
awesome. All right, Spooty.
Remember
a
that
bunch
time
of-
you had money and now you don't?
Day 1 of tour, what did
Yeah.
you get?
We didn't even get to the first show. And,
Before the first.
it was awesome, though.
Let's let him
See all
tell
these.
it.
Yep, you're right.
I got things.
about right.
What is this line? The Legacy.
Learn it, love it.
Yeah, the new Legacy stuff. I got a couple. This is 3. I've only opened a couple. The new Optimus Prime, which is like the laser Optimus Prime,
Oh, he's so
Scourge. Yet
the-
different.
Transformers.
No, the movie with John Cusack and the boombox.
Say
Say
anything.
anything.
Say anything. Yeah, it's the say
His
anything
the
Optimus
trailer's
Prime
pretty lame, but
with the giant PA speakers on his shoulders.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah.
And then I got the bulkhead.
How was it? You
Pretty good. I
I
like
missed
him.
you transforming him.
It was a little weird with like
just-
his head part, and it's maybe not quite in there.
It's like 80 shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Then
Does the trailer transform?
it like opens up and there's like a little base workstation.
Okay,
thing.
cool.
It turns into a trailer.
Only got one hand at the moment, so
This is gonna be really loud.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And then this dude's awesome. He looks great.
I got the Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures Wing Slice Starscream.
It's only one way. Don't send it back this way.
Oh, okay.
And the Grapple Grab Ratchet.
I should have got
Grapple
They haven't
grab.
opened either of.
Scream.
I find like this
Ratchet.
when you miniaturize things, it's like something weird thing that triggers in me. I'm like, that's adorable and cool. I want to buy that.
It's so cute.
Or make it huge or tiny.
I want to lick it.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Too late.
What's in my mouth?
And then the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Autobot Silver Streak.
Great movie.
Which is
Silver Streak, not Bumblebee.
kind of a repaint of, can't remember his name. I have him
Daryl.
from War for Cybertron.
Mike.
Sky Gary.
He's a Datsun.
Frank.
You know, all the
Yeah.
Datsun cars. Oh, he's not done.
I'm not done.
I'll say that's a huge bag. It's like there's a
Well-
hole in the bottom.
There's also like a
Oh, those are always good too.
He's
a
cool.
Dots homestyle pretzels.
Yeah.
And only
made its
15
way in there.
steps.
They transform into poop, I think.
Yeah, that transforms into poop.
You guys are gross.
It was Elgin. And then Transformers Legacy Blaster Eject. Because I never did get the War for Cybertron version.
Boo.
So
Kingdom, yep.
Or Kingdom, yeah.
Not yet, anyways, right?
Master Blaster.
I mean, it's the same.
It's the same toy and
It's the
different
same toy,
packaging.
different packaging.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's really stopped all of us, right? I
If
just
it
got
was,
done saying that's the same toy with a different head on
yeah,
it.
if it was a repaint or something, I would probably
If
pick
they
it
did
up.
anything different.
Because
but
there's a couple of the like cars that I have. I mean, like I have a different version of that. Because it was a War for
But yeah, it's a
Cybertron.
complete repaint, though, right?
Yeah, like a different head, and
Yeah.
the other one's a Decepticon, I think. It's like Barrage or Barricade or something. It was-
Yeah. Yeah, that blaster looks pretty cool.
He was still like I think a cop car-ish sort of thing, but I don't remember. Quite.
I say I got like a lap full of Transformers, so
Lucky.
I know I feel like a kid in Christmas morning,
All
All right,
1988.
that's
now
all
he's
I
starting
got.
it again with the
That's
kid
it.
stuff.
All right. Well, I got some things too at
Yeah,
the
what'd you get, Jason?
Burlington Target. You just saw them. Spoody
See, this-
also got the
this-
Wing Slice Starscream.
This room alone just like kept Target open another year.
yeah, yeah. The Cyberverse line.
Like I spent the least amount.
I'm trying to do a lot more vintage stuff on this tour, but there's three toys in Target that I can pre-order and stuff, but since
It's
we don't
fun
have
to
a ton-
find it.
Yeah, there's three
It's
that I want
called
to
Thrill
find.
of the Hunt, guys.
Yeah.
Duh.
And Spoody had him too, but I was pretty freaking stoked. He's the one I wanted the most out of the three, so I was happy to find the Autobot Silver Streak.
I have
Yeah.
a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you two are at the store and there's one toy and you both
Whoever
want it?
gets there first.
Okay.
Knife fight. Knife fight. I
It's
think.
happened.
I'm sure it has, but I'm just curious. Like, Jason's too nice. He probably just lets you have it.
It's not nice to his brother. So.
That's
That's
true.
my brother, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not nice to him about it.
I'm
so.
usually faster than him, so
Yeah.
I get there first. But he grabs a cart, smarty pants, and he can really attack with that
Smart or terrible.
thing. Right.
I
'Cause
forgot
I'll
about
only buy what I can carry. So
the card adds extra carry.
Yeah.
hence.
yeah,
I forgot about my which I don't have it in my hand yet, and I will present it on a later episode. But I did finally score the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con Epic Conclusion set, which has the crossover G.I. Joe Transformers. It's got a Jetfire Sky Striker and a Hound Vamp with some other stuff, some figures and stuff in the set. And I finally, we had an episode about grails, and I don't remember what I said, but I've never really had like a grail. But this one, when I found out that this set existed, like that was it for me. Like this is the set I want. Like this is this is now officially gone from like I buy toys and I have a collection to I'm actually a collector because I just actually spent real money on so
Oh, I'm super excited.
I'm
for
excited for that. Yeah,
I can't wait
that'll
to see
Looks
it.
really cool.
Yeah, when it comes, like I
So
will
Corey.
I will wait to yeah. So will Corey. I will wait to open it until we're actually recording, and we'll unbox it like on an episode, and it'll be awesome.
Very cool. I also got a non-Transformer.
What?
I saw this.
Get out.
I saw this. I mean, I wanted it from the second it came out, and I did see it on sale once, but it just wasn't a good time for me, so I had to pass on it. And I'm like, so every time I've seen it since, I'm like, well, I can't buy it for full price. I've seen it for less. You can't do that, right? You can't go back once
I mean,
you know.
I have some stuff from other lines that I would never have bought, except I found them on
Yeah.
a good sale.
Yeah, and so I got lucky, and the Rise of Evil 2-pack was on
What?
sale, $20, 1990 something.
You mean to tell me that you paid $20 for that thing when 6 months ago
Five.
people were paying $80 or $100 bucks?
People we know.
People we know were paying $80 to $100 for that sale, and now they're shelf warmers at Target. You idiots!
Killed
You
old.
never
I mean,
know.
that happened
I
to
know,
me
it's
with
true.
the B stores.
Yeah,
I bought them as soon as they came out, and then Jason got them all for like $3.
I know.
I feel like this is like a prime example of what the topic is today.
Yeah,
You're not buying that unless Elgin starts
Well, that
bringing
was
this
like
stuff to
yeah,
us.
like I've got a He-Man and a Skeletor from this line, and I got them for I think $6 a piece or something, and like but they were like Walmart was unloading them for $2 or $3 a piece. Like it was crazy. Yeah, there's a lot. I have a few He-Man things, and it's all stuff
Yeah.
that I've gotten for like $6 or less.
Yeah, it ruins the segue, but I do have one more toy. But yeah, that's a good point. I know.
I
Well,
didn't
this
mean to
one's
ruin
really
your
important,
segue.
guys. I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
What did you did?
You bought a mochi.
I completed my first line of toys.
What?
I know, right?
I mean, like kinda.
What-
It's still not like G1. It's
Yeah, this is. What do you mean? It is G1. Oh, it's so far
like
down
all
there.
of them.
Old man noises.
It's it's the first line, the 1984
1984 line. Yeah.
First wave.
first wave of Transformers, and this was the last one I had to get. His name's Ratchet, and I just got him today, so it was perfect timing. And
Badass.
yeah, so
It's an amber lamps.
I did it.
So does this mean we can finally post the other video?
No, it's posted. It's up.
Oh, the other Ratchet
shit.
video.
Imagine having like a medical emergency and he shows up and he's like, I can't really help. I mean, I'm not an actual ambulance.
Yeah,
There's no room inside. All my parts are in here. You can't get in.
I can't, yeah. Sorry about your luck.
Ambulance. Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Amber lamps.
It's an ambulance.
Pretty excited about it. Pretty excited.
That's awesome.
I
Spray
think
painted
there's
up
like
the Mystery
27 or
Machine.
28 of them. So that
So like a
first
dead
wave.
body in here or something.
Well, that his
Might be a mouse.
him and Ironhide are cool. They're descendants of the Diaclone line that had little human or little driver guys, and so he and Ironhide turn into little bases. They have a little gun station that they stand in too. That's universal sign
For a gun station?
keep the slam over here is getting me. So he's got all his bits for
People
his-
miss a lot when they don't actually watch these videos.
I'm saying get to YouTube, like Corey keeps saying.
The funny thing is for like him and Ironhide, who are like two of the worst looking robot mode
Yep,
from G1.
they were the last two.
They're like the hardest ones to find, like in one piece. Like
Yep.
they're so hard to find complete. It's ridiculous.
Was that because they were fragile, or because kids hated them and just like destroyed them?
Yeah, they played harder with them.
I mean, they actually come apart, and so like there's two pieces, and they're kind of fragile. And
Gotcha.
There's a lot of parts, but the thing with those two is they don't have a face,
they
don't
do.
have a
It's
head.
weird. Yeah,
so it's like just that.
I'll
weird
transform
toy
them in a
that-
minute and show you.
Okay.
But yeah, Yeah, so really excited about that and got that guy. So completed my first toy line. On to the next.
I love looking over at Spooty, and he has just Transformers balancing all over his body. He's like a street performer.
It's normal.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, yeah.
Well, all right, let's get into that topic.
Josh said it came apart because he has his mic off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's playing with toys now.
His face is in that window.
That's weird. Okay, he
Translator.
said this little piece here is his face in the window, and it's weird. And I said it's weird, and now everyone's
Belgian?
heard.
Okay, who's translating?
It's weird. Remember that time we all talked over each other on a podcast?
Yeah, when we were about
That's
to-
every time.
It is every time. So go to YouTube and watch all this fun here that's happening.
He
Right.
said the parts break a lot.
Anyway,
Yeah, we were about to talk about our topic for today.
We were? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
what is our topic for today? Remind the listener.
Oh, shoot. Where'd I put the...
Does seeing someone else's passion for a toy line inspire you to collect that toy line?
Good question. I'll answer it. I'll go first. Like you said, I do have, and it is Elgin's fault,
You're welcome.
but I started a little... I kept it narrow because I can't go crazy, and I'm so jealous of the freaking Origins line, the Motu Origins line,
and
right?
the wrestler stuff, and
Oh, and then the wrestler stuff, and then
I have been jealous of that line from
the
day
Masterverse
one,
toys with the 30 POA.
Yeah.
Relation.
Oh my goodness! So I decided to just keep it to one character, and I made it Skeletor because it's Skeletor
Because he's the coolest.
because he's the coolest. So since we started talking toys, I got a little Skeletor collection going, and so that's why I had to get the Rise of Evil 2-pack because
Yeah.
it
It does have one.
It counts.
It does have one of the best head sculpts with the jeweled eyes in that head sculpt.
So I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Terror Claws. So I have something else to look for on tour. So yeah, I got a
you need to
handful.
get a Terror Claws too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're out now. So.
But then Corey, did the same dang thing to me. So I got a little Cobra Commander collection going too. Just pick one character.
He likes the bad guys.
I do.
Duh.
Who made you get the turtles?
Oh, I don't. That's just my love for the movie.
He has a
Jerk
friend that's a
face.
turtle, okay?
Okay.
He had a turtle growing up.
Sorry, your mic cut out, Spoony.
Going on.
It's going crazy.
He said he had a.
No, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Should have never turned it off.
I don't know what's happening. Now I hear you fumbling around, but
How about now?
there you are.
Hey,
Hey, he's back.
we used to have a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff when we were growing up too.
I
The
feel like,
originals.
though, especially, I mean, you guys are slightly older than me, but
Slightly.
Barely.
But I think there's certain toys that
6
even
months.
especially it feels like even now it's the same thing. It's like my brothers or my nephews and nieces, they'll get into things and I'm like, do you know what that is? And they're like, well, no, but everyone has them. So it's like even if you didn't really watch Ninja Turtles, you just had Ninja Turtles. I had friends who had Power Ranger stuff. It's like, you don't watch that, do you? No. It's like, why do you have it? I don't know, because it's fun. I don't know. It's just there's something for every generation. Where-
Yeah,
I mean, not saying that you guys didn't watch Ninja Turtles because they were, I think the first Ninja Turtles movie beat Halloween to become the most successful independent film of all time, highest grossing. Halloween held it from 78 till when
90?
did 90? Yeah, and then I think Blair Witch beat it 94.
That's
But
crazy.
to think that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was an independent film,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah, and beat Halloween.
Until right now, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Pretty cool.
I just watched it 2 weeks ago.
Me too.
Yeah,
Have you guys seen that viral clip going around online of the guy who goes into his apartment building and to deliver pizza and guys are in movie accurate
Holy
costumes and
shit.
surprise him?
That's awesome.
And he's like, "Oh my god, what?" He's sort of
Is this
freaked
really
out at first,
happening?
which I would be too. But then
yeah.
it's I think he must have been a huge fan or something. So his friends set him up.
That's awesome.
Oh, and then there's Corey. He sees my amazing Pops collection, and now he's a giant pop collector.
I've been called giant other things, but not a pop
Okay.
collector.
But what about you guys over there? You don't stray too much, do you?
No.
You son of a...
You haven't bought any Transformers?
No.
Oh, he keeps eyeing this one.
I keep looking at that Soundwave one, but I haven't bought it.
Unless they do like a crossover line.
Yeah, if they do a crossover, I'm all over that.
Are you
It
talking
has
about
to be
the
Motu related.
Are you talking about the Soundwave that turns into like a
The-
coffee table?
The little one, the little, was it War for Cybertron?
Yep, the core class.
Core
sound.
class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that turns into the little.
The little
Because it's
baby.
like $10, and it's like that big when it's transformed.
Yeah.
So it's this cute little guy, and his chest opens up. But I keep looking at it. I haven't bought it. I look at those turtles, and I had a turtle collection. I collected, and I loved it.
You did just go out and buy turtles, though.
That was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Like real turtles or
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, and then I taught him kung fu.
The secret of Elgin's ooze.
Okay.
I oozed all over him.
Gross.
I thought I saw your tail earlier.
I rubbed my butt on a turtle and now it knows karate.
Tad, help me out, please. Save me from this craziness.
I'm going to
haven't-
encourage it.
I mean, I love that you guys are so passionate about Transformers and Joe's, but I just haven't.
But he
Bomb.
doesn't give a fuck.
I showed you my.
keep it,
I showed you my toy room. I didn't give you a little toner at all. Like maybe I should.
It was cool to like look at them all.
It's a bunch of plastic.
No, it's.
I mean, we all have that. We all have that one line that we absolutely loved when we were kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, being a trust fund baby and having parents that actually loved me, like I had a lot of toys from a lot of lines. I even had dumb Star Wars stuff. I don't think I ever had any Godzilla figures, but why would you want that?
Oh God, you're just like. Sorry, Brian Clark.
I'm not sorry.
Just know I'm not in on
Not
this.
sorry at all.
I don't want to get an
all his
angry
idea.
DM.
Tad told him to say that.
Yeah, Tad put me up to him, and he actually paid me. I'll show you the 20. It's in my pocket. I honestly don't know if I would have gotten the few Masters of the Universe things that I do have if it wasn't like seeing how excited Elgin gets about it and like because his excitement about it is what sparks like the nostalgia for that stuff. Because I only had He-Man and Skeletor when I was a kid, so that's all that I got. But I don't know that I would have bothered if it hadn't been like getting excited about watching Elgin get all bonered up about all the Motu stuff, because it is really good stuff. Like as far as I'm concerned, the Motu stuff is the best of like the vintage toy line stuff that's coming
They're
out.
doing it right.
It's the best stuff. Like I love G.I. Joe. The vehicles that the retro vehicles that have come out are great. I don't give a shit about the classified line. I don't give a shit about the retro figures, and I definitely don't give a shit about the Super 7 line. Like I've said it before, but like I really, really wish that Motu had been my thing as a kid, because there's so much good.
But
good
doesn't your
stuff.
wallet isn't your wallet happy?
Oh, I'm rich.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's funny, like two observations from an outsider. Elgin over there in the corner influencing both of you, but he doesn't buy
No,
shit
he
from
just
you.
doesn't give
Yeah,
a shit.
and
But you did pick up that G.I. Joe that you had when you were a kid, did you not? Or am I thinking of something else? Didn't you get one recently? Oh, I thought you said you did. Nope. Never
you
mind.
don't give a shit about us.
And
What
then
was
I
he
was
called?
gonna
It was
say-
called Blowhard or something.
I was gonna say the only other observation I had was you saying Elgin getting excited. I don't know if I've ever seen Elgin get excited. I mean, I know
man.
Elgin's excitement is a little different than most people's, but
Yeah, he's like a slightly happier Eeyore.
Yeah.
He's like a happy Eeyore.
One thing I did remember and it wasn't, unfortunately, it wasn't like you guys,
That's okay.
making me want to buy something. So Dollar Tree has those Final Faction
Oh, yeah.
figures. And I saw they had, when they first came out, they had all of them or a bunch of them out there. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool and stuff. And my son bought some of them. And so he was playing with them and he was like really excited about them. I'm like, you know what? If they have all of them to complete them as a completionist, I will get them. So we went out there like a couple weeks later and there was like 17 altogether. So it was like $17.
You can get a whole line for less than $20, and having your kid stoked about something like.
And they're better than the Super 7 GI Joe figures.
And and so we're like going through the rack and stuff, and I had like 16 of the 17, and I'm like, and I told him like, I'm gonna have to put all these back because I can't find the last one. Like I told him that, and then he found him. Like, all right, we can leave now.
That's awesome.
we don't have to put the toys back on the shelf. But then we did videos with all those and posted them and everything, and it was fun opening it with him and like talking about it with him and stuff like that. So
Absolutely worth the money.
Yeah, for $1 a figure, and for what they were and everything, it was.
And
it was
I
good.
say it in a joking manner, but genuinely, they are, as figures, the detail and just as figures, they are better. They're so much better than the Super 7 GI Joe stuff, and you can get an entire line for less than the price of one of those figures.
Right, and as a Super 7 collector myself, I always sort of laugh at like the GI Joe ones and the Transformers ones because I'm like, they literally took away the cool things about like this is a GI.
They
imagine
made them 1970s Star Wars figures.
Well, imagine if I had a GI Joe, but I can't do anything with him. He's just like basically a brick. Or what if a Transformer, but I can't transform him? So it's like, you took away the entire fun of it.
At least like with the Transformer stuff, like at least the RED line are posable. That you can't transform, but at least they have some posability. They have some
and
articulation.
super detailed,
and they're really well detailed. The
Reaction.
GI Joe Reaction Super 7 figures just look. They look like little kids in Halloween costumes that were then made into an action figure. They're terrible.
The Transformer ones just look like the animated.
Your mic cut out again.
Dang, Mike! The
Hello?
Transformer ones look like the animated.
Yeah, they look like the animated versions, and they don't fucking do anything.
But seeing Tad's awesome collection of reaction figures doesn't inspire you to maybe...
No, Reaction makes some good stuff, just not G.I. Joe.
You have to be selective about it. And for me, it's like, you sort of said, like, it looks like a kid in a Halloween costume, like, and that's cool, and it's a horror figure, because it's like, you have a serial killer, and it looks like it looks like a kid's toy. That's what sort of maybe, like, it started my whole collection thing. It was like, a murderer, like a vicious murderer, but it's a kid. It's a toy. When you put it in like that scale with a cool card and make it look like it's made for kids, but it's from Jaws or Evil Dead or Taxi Driver, like a Travis Bickle that looks like a little kid's toy. How cool is that? Like I know they're ugly and they look dumb and they're overpriced and but I mean
see, that's the thing, like. They're the overpriced, like way overpriced.
Well,
if it was like $10, it'd be awesome.
Well, see, when Funko bought, or they sort of joined, they didn't buy Super 7, but they like took over the Reaction line, and they have access.
Absorbed it,
right? Well, yeah, they absorbed it, and they had access to every license under the sun because they're Funko.
Yeah,
and so they mass produced them, and they were like $10 a start, and then you'd find them everywhere for $5. And I was buying. I mean, most of these are, and then they did not sell well, and so Funko said, "You can have it back, Super 7." And because Super 7's such a small boutique line, they can't afford to mass produce them like Funko did. So I don't think I've ever paid the full $18 what they ask for the new ones. Everything I've found is significantly on sale or cheap, but I do think they're overpriced, but I understand since they're a small boutique line, they have to. So it rides the line of like, if I can find them on clearance or on sale. But
cool.
What were we talking about?
I would collect Motu and G.I. Joe if Transformers didn't take every penny to just to keep up with the new ones coming out.
And that's the same with like, I'll look at the other stuff, and Jason's, you've done the same thing of like, you hold him like, I could buy this, or I could use that same money and buy the line I'm actually collecting.
Yeah.
and just kind of
Put it towards something that will actually fit in your collection.
Yeah. Plus, I don't really see a lot of clearance Transformers. Seems like.
Yeah.
Not really.
I feel like one of the first times I came over here, though, is I've definitely helped inspire buying more horror figures and seeing your collection and stuff. That was awesome. That was, I think, a moment that helped push. Because you're not. I don't have a lot of friends that display their toys, so
Yeah.
it was nice seeing somebody that had them displayed and
Sort of meticulously organized by. I have a theme to everything in a way. I mean, even if it doesn't look like there's a theme, there's a reason my brain went there. So, even cleaning them last night, I rearranged some things. I'm like, no, this shouldn't be over here. Like, that doesn't make sense to flow. So,
Cool.
Do you have any?
well, I will say, like, I started because I went to my friend Blake's house, and I did not know, like.
Damn it, Blake.
I know. I don't want to give him too much credit because I went to his house, and it wasn't necessarily because I was like, man, like, he's look at I just didn't know it existed. So he just opened the window of like, look at Movie Maniacs, and I'm like, it was Todd McFarlane's first line, Movie Maniacs. I'm like, oh, they make toys of action, like of killers, or horror movie characters, cool. And so I started buying them. Blake got out of it. I went to college. I continued to collect. He sold off his collection, and so in the reverse thing. When I moved back to town, he came over, and I had been collecting all those years that I was in college, and he had gotten rid of the collection. He's like, he was inspired by me. He saw all the stuff I had gotten, and he went back and rebought his collection for twice, 3 times the amount.
Oh, sure.
And then, he's still a collector, but he collects different stuff now. But I think the first influence on that, obviously, like just him showing me they exist, I have to give him credit for. But outside of that, I'm sort of do my own thing. I don't know anyone else that. Everybody questions why I like the reaction figures. They think they're ugly and stupid, and I love them. But no, I don't think I get too influenced. I have pretty good self-control. If I find something on clearance, I'll buy it for a friend. But I like doing that. I like finding a deal for a friend. Or finding something. Now, I have a network of people. I know friends who collect turtles. So if I'm at Target and I see they just set up turtles, send them a picture. Or, hey, you want anything? And same with, like Rodzilla, shout out. He'll send me pictures from Ames, Iowa, up north. And, hey, you need this, this, and this. And I see him like twice a year, and he just brings me bags and bags of toys. And he's like Santa Claus. It's awesome. But, no, I wouldn't say really influenced too much by anybody else.
I wish I could say the same. I just know it doesn't take much for me. If I see a group of toys together, I'm like, man, that looks cool. I want that. All right, guys, let's probably wrap this up. Let's move on. Let's take a quick little break and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN. It's a really cool place. It's where all the cool podcasts hang out. Like First Time Podcast. Man, what a cool show that is. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Here's this.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're here on hashtag Toy Tour 22, and Elgin's going to take us on a store tour.
All right, we got the van all gassed up and heading out of town. Looks like we're heading over to Alliance Comics, Toys, and Games.
Oh, I love Alliance Comics, Toys, and Games.
Do you?
I was just trying to play along.
I just wanted to be part of the group.
Trying to get that sponsorship.
Yeah.
That's right.
It is at 110 West State Street in O'Fallon, Illinois. Hopefully, we'll hit it when we head over
Oh,
to
heck
Chicago, that area. So it's got, it has comics, toys, and games.
Man, we love all those things.
I love
Mainly
those
that
things.
toy part, though. That's...
Yeah, that's probably the main.
I love
part of it.
and.
Do you?
So O'Fallon, you say?
Yes, O'Fallon.
What's the name of the store? One more
O'Fallon.
time. Let's check it out.
It's Alliance Comics, Toys, and Games.
Man, let's stop there.
We should
Okay.
definitely.
That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Spooty, do you have an opinion?
Like not working was
Can I
perfect.
go? Can I go on tour with you guys?
You should come
Heck
with us.
yeah.
Come on, do
You
it.
have
Why
extra
not?
totes. Let's do this.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
fit in a tote.
It's at 110 West State Street in O'Fallon, Illinois.
O'Fallon, Illinois.
All right, moving on to our last segment of the night. It's time to go to Corey with Talking Toys.
Well, you've heard the question several times tonight, so I'm not going to repeat it. The topic for tonight: what inspires you? Blah blah blah. Willis Wheeler from the Facebook says,
What you
Willis,
talking about, Willis?
Well, we'll see. He says, I've been collecting figures since high school, since '93. I was doing it before it was cool. LOL. Willis, the original hipster. Russell Borgomenario II. I only know how to say that because I don't, because it's hard.
We've never podcasted this late before.
No, we haven't. I don't even know what time it is.
Sorry. to feel it.
141.
141
Oh,
in the
goodness.
AM.
What are we doing?
Russell Borgomenario
Drinking.
II, he says, when Eddie Areola got to telling me about his Transformers collection, it got me started on my own collection. I've played with Russell's Transformers. I got to help him put
Lucky.
together his giant Devastator that he got. It was a good time. Anyway, Chris Turnip Simmons. Chris Turnip. Nips, Turnip. He says, the last few years my habits have turned more towards building my own toys, which the Proton Pack that he built
Oh,
is
man.
awesome. Like, super awesome.
Like, for real.
Yeah, it's at Halloween Palooza.
Legit.
Yeah. Now it's usually seeing another person's passion project over something they built is more likely to make me want to build my own rather than seeing something someone just purchased. Mark Dixon says, the Lord knows I collect too many toy lines. That is something the Lord knows.
Yeah. He
All right.
Lord.
Thank you, Mark. Cracktastic play. Nope, that's not us. So moving on over to the is this Instagrams or Twitter? This is Instagram. 1314 Collectibles says, saw some recent posts on Battle Beasts. Memories unlocked, and now I am on the hunt. Andrew Cronin. Hey, Andrew. So far, this is Andrew from Virginia. Awesome, Andrew,
Oh,
who
yeah.
sent me the cool the snowcat stuff that
dude's
I
awesome.
needed. So far, I haven't been inspired to collect toy lines that I was unfamiliar with when I was a kid. Sorry about that. My throat got a little dry. I apologize profusely. So far, I haven't been inspired to collect toy lines that I was unfamiliar with when I was a kid. In parentheses, Mask, Boglins, for example. I do get inspired to continue collecting toy lines I'm already nostalgic for by watching YouTube and listening to podcasts like this one. Love the show, Andrew from Virginia.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew. And then from the Twitter, we have at one of them gay furries. He says, not really. I just buy whatever appeals to me. No real need to get every figure in that line, in quotes, mindset. Only what I think looks interesting for me to buy. I buy from most of the Transformers toy lines. Hey, talking toys. Thanks,
Hey.
everybody, for your contributions. We
Thank
do
you so
appreciate
much.
your listening and contributing and other words that don't appeal to my head at 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Well, we did it, guys. We did our first night of tour.
First midnight podcast.
First on location podcast, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Thanks,
No.
Tad,
well,
so
besides
much.
the toy shows. but-
No, not at all, Tad.
you idiot.
You idiot.
But Tad, tell everybody one more time where they can find you and all your good stuff. Not your address, because this is where all the good stuff is.
I'll say, yeah, I don't want people coming to my house, but you can find First Time Podcast on thepfpn.com. It's probably the easiest way because you type in first time and there's first time parents, first time homeowners. That's not what I talk about. I mean, I could, but anyways, you can find Attack of the Killer Podcast at thepfpn.com. You can find Snake Alley Festival Film on all socials. Yeah, I think that's everything.
Well, thanks for letting us crash your toy room.
Of course.
All right, let's get out of here. Don't forget to stop by our Patreon page. Give us a little support, some quiche. That'd be cool. Whatever. Hey, I don't care.
Or you can just PayPal tadgood@gmail.com.
That's enough of that.
Venmo Tadgood.
Then
Cash App,
he'll
Tad
send
Good.
that money to us then. If you
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
a sweetheart.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or if you're at the Apple Podcast, leave us a review. That'd be pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
If you're Nicolas Cage, do whatever you...
Do
Come
that thing
see
you
my
do.
next movie next.
Thanks, Nicholas. Let's get out of here. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to hit this button.
Okay.
This is
And I'm going to think about where I'm going to go sleep. Okay. Well, thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.
Bye, Spooty.
Bye.
Later.
Right here.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.